Hello, checkers and pleasers, and welcome to Checkpoint, the show where we discuss and discern the most recent events from Check Please. Today we are discussing Check Please episode 41 of Campaign 2. And
41.
A lot feels like it happened in the last 24 hours in game almost.
It's a jam-packed episode today.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think?
This episode lasted 10 years.
It aged everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so-
had a great time.
So how do we start this thing off? Let's go from there.
We'll start off from the beginning. Any thoughts of the players of the very beginning of Xander's new fucking outfit, which sounds so cool?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
people
so
got
excited to see a drawing. I've got to work on it alongside of Shane, I guess, to get a new title card.
It was very
they-
beautifully described.
It was so nice,
Yeah.
Beardy.
Oh, thank you. Folks
Yeah.
went to visit the Farfeather Freight Company, which is the first time you guys have ever seen a brick and mortar building of theirs. You've met
Wow.
various employees of that company in the past in other campaigns as well. But this is the first time you've ever been to one of their buildings. And you
Guy
met
had a uniform.
male harpy, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking they were like a trans harpy, and I was like, I love them, and I'll take care of them forever,
Same.
please.
Yeah. I mean, it still could be the case.
True.
I'm just imagining the orc battle company where people have to paint themselves green.
Mm-hmm.
It's a choice.
No, we don't do green face here.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's called Wicked.
Me.
Yeah, that shit's... Nah, that shit ain't wicked. That shit's fucked.
Yeah. That's a culture, not a costume.
All right.
God.
Anyways. So we have this very beautiful, like, opalescent and blue celestial piece that Xander's now wearing. I'm very excited to review that audio multiple times. Hey, do you have that written down, Beardy?
I do have that written
I would
down. I can
love
send it
to
you.
have that.
Oh, yes, I would
wrote the
love that as
description out
well.
in text, so I can
Yeah.
send it to you. It's fine.
I think that would be helpful for me and Shane.
Yeah. We also had some interesting moments where we once again have Louis asking if Xander is going to kill him or not, and the answer is very ambiguous.
It's so very ambiguous. I think it's their like inside joke at this point.
Mhm.
Where it's like,
I
no,
mean,
I
Xander
don't-
suggested it twice during the episode. He was like, "Let me
That's
drown
true.
you in this well."
I know. It's just their weird humor level. They're very strange beings.
I didn't get
That's
to
for sure.
I didn't get to say it in game, but I made a meme about it. And all I could think was, man, if Zool said this, y'all wouldn't give it. You would not let him say this at all. You're like, oh, I'm in danger.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's an obvious difference because Xander is Louis' people and Zulin is not.
Trust.
I don't.
But
That's what's
you,
stored inside of that beak.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Louis is Zulin's people, so
That's cursed. Fuck you.
I mean, I figured it's because it's like when Xander's like, "Oh, don't worry, I won't kill you." It's like, haha, I thought you weren't going. I thought you were going to. Now I know you're not. I feel much better. And Zulin's like, "Don't worry, I won't kill you." It's like, you won't what? What?
Wait, what?
Did that come up? What
That-
brought this up,
that-
Zulin?
Was that on the table?
Did you want to? Yes, I do think that sort of humor for them is very silly, and also just being completely in the dark about Husa for so long during the session.
uh-huh.
Oh, that being said, I feel like Zulin wouldn't say this won't kill you. He'd say, unfortunately, this won't kill you.
That
Yeah.
makes it worse.
Yeah. That's really the difference between them. I feel like Xander would be, unfortunately, this will kill you.
Yeah,
And Zulin would be, unfortunately, this won't kill you.
that's the difference
Yeah.
between the two. take your creepiness on it either level. I think all of us characters are very creepy. Personally, I think we all have a creep factor.
What with all of Louis' snowmen?
No. He can't summon these
constructs.
things. I don't know how to explain it to you other than I'm too low level. I'm sorry.
Well,
maybe when he's awake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then
Sleeper agent.
I wouldn't be aware of it, obviously. So maybe.
It's not going to hold up in court. I'm sorry.
Louis also won't hold up in court.
We're not Luciana. He can cry on the stand now.
Oh, you're right.
They would
You're right.
fold like a lawn chair.
That's fucking rude.
Like with those peace bonds. But that's jumping forward. Let's go back to everyone deciding that they needed to run out and find Husa.
Yep, Zulin is very concerned about Husa's safety.
I can feel it right here.
I feel the concern, yeah.
Yeah, the palpitations in his heart from her
And right
going
now,
missing.
you know what? I think we're all trauma bonding right now, you know?
I think that's just Louis every day. He doesn't know how to communicate otherwise.
You'll all be much closer after this.
I think the treasure is the Husas we lost around the way.
Oh,
We should have left her in that cave.
We did not lose them. We should have left her.
Oh, sorry. The treasure is the Husa that Stavik lost along the way.
I was gonna say, she wasn't with
accurate.
everybody else at that point.
Yeah.
More accurate, yeah.
I'm so sorry, but we weren't there to, all we said was just keep an eye on her.
I had to finish my drink.
Yeah.
It's not on you, baby girl.
Why were you watching me drink?
That's a great question.
All of these are great questions, yeah.
There's no really good answers.
Well, the night market begins after those talks, unless there's more thoughts about Louis and Xander's time in the beginning.
I thought that Louis would have a little bit of bigger reaction to someone saying, I took control of them. I thought they might have a little bigger reaction to that. I think that's gonna come. I think that may perhaps come down the line at some point. But
maybe if it happened to someone who didn't deserve it.
True.
You poured the first cup.
Fair.
That is why he had a very calm reaction. I don't know if you noticed, but it was him calculating the conversation most of the time is why he was very questioning each step. Like, why did this happen? Also to make sure that it wouldn't be so easy to be used on him. But obviously there's a different thing. And he knows that now.
Fair.
He was like, is this just something that you can just pull out whenever, dude? It's a little... Alright. Good to know.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
a lot of those conversations haven't happened yet.
So the group is at this point split, and while Xander and Louis are off getting this stuff picked up and then making their way back to the inn, the rest of the party heads on to the night market to check the place out. So my question to you guys is, what were your initial thoughts of the night market?
Exactly what I hoped it would be.
Yeah, good time.
Okay. You find the things you were looking for?
Well, I went into this session thinking, like, I feel like I've been playing Valentino too conservatively. He needs to be the type of person who makes bad decisions and just makes them work for him.
Yeah.
And I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to get that fresh start.
Nice.
I wasn't looking for anything, so it's a bit different for me. What about you, Xeno?
That's fine.
Well, I mean, I got what I was looking for. I got the gaseous form potion, so y'all can be afraid about that now. and I got 10 doses of ether glass.
Hell yeah.
Which is hella dangerous.
I'm curious what you're going to use that for, mostly, to be honest. I'm like, the gaseous form, I'm like, I can assume things here.
We could be ether glass buddies.
Hey!
It's true, we do have that.
I feel like the market was exactly what I expected it to be, though I will say that I was surprised that the sections that were kind of on the down low were so on the down low. I almost expected them to be a little bit more...
To be more upfront about stuff?
About that. Yeah. So that was interesting to me.
Flesh trading, even in the night market, is a no-no. So they keep an extra level of security on that.
I mean, given how many people are here, clearly it's not that much of a no-no. Not enough.
Well, I mean, they're probably here for it. So they probably came into town specifically.
Specifically for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love that that this is jumping ahead a little bit, but I do love that the centaur had adult items. I do appreciate that.
I mean,
very much.
I only added those in.
They were.
I only added those in because you asked.
Oh, so. Fair. Aw.
Yeah, she was mostly just there to sell legitimate goods.
I mean, I was surprised that she was at the night market at all. I was surprised to see her there.
She seemed like she wasn't going to be there at the night market, so I actually was surprised there weren't new vendors that we saw, actually.
I only put her there in hopes that Screwy would actually buy something from her, like a sword, but it's fine. It's all good. Because I didn't want him to miss the opportunity because he seemed like he was regretting not buying that item. So I put her back there so he could potentially do so. It's all good.
Makes sense.
Anyway.
I will say that there would have been far more purchases if I wasn't playing Zulin. If Hummel was here instead, there'd be a whole lot more looking around.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But
I didn't want to go into like
ace characters.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go like supremely in depth about the various items for sale because it's it's a bunch of adult themed stuff, and I just didn't need to go into extreme graphic detail about it. But hey, we got our first nude scene in the campaign.
That's true.
So that's fun.
Well, every time Valentino sleeps is a nude scene, but aside from that,
it's true.
Yes.
It's true.
But so Stavik was the first person to go into the Midnight Airy.
Just because I don't want to jump ahead too far, I did want to say it was really cool to see Prinium and this new object, which is Siren's Breath.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to buy some of that.
Yeah, you did, bitch.
Could I have bought some of that? Well, I didn't get a chance to.
You didn't even know about it.
Yeah, right? No one ever told him about it. And
why would they have told you about it?
Well, I'm just saying, we're doing the time passes. We just kind of jump past what. Is there a possibility he could have gotten some in that time?
I mean, sure. I'm not going to stress about it. So if you had struck up a conversation, maybe after smelling a particularly nice smelling breath coming off of Xander.
I mean, he would have just been looking for stuff like that. He would have been asking around for that sort of thing. So
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Stavik went into the tent.
Yeah, so Stavik was the first person to go
did
in there.
Exactly what I set out to do. He got the information that the person, or to his interpretation, he got the information that to find the person that they were looking for, to go potentially go look in that tent because they might find it in there, and that is where he went.
Yep.
No mucking about.
And you were the first person to look eyes upon Husa. It's just wasn't
Zulin
actually
didn't
Husa.
Zulin set out to do exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah. So I guess the next question is, as you all eventually filtered into this place as well, I guess what were your thoughts on the Midnight Airy and the various things within?
Well, for
cute,
one
cozy.
thing,
definitely the words they're looking for.
One thing did happen before that, and that was Xander and Louis were finally told that Uso was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Louis was extremely angry to find that out.
Also, taking some of that out on Zulin. Our sweet
shut the
boy,
fuck
Zulin.
up.
Yeah.
That
What did
happen.
Zulin ever do to deserve that? Nothing, says I. Nothing.
So
Zulin's a
upset.
good boy. That beak is
Yep.
full of trust.
Yep.
I hope the beak isn't full of anything, if I'm quite honest. Except,
full of fucking
air, I
shit.
guess.
Trust.
Oh, it'll be full of something tonight.
Ew.
It's nice seeing a changeling again.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
have a weird affinity for them now. I'm like, oh, the beak!
Yeah.
I liked its transformation horror. Very
Fair.
similar to
Yeah.
Maleferin.
Just a lot of
Grossness.
sounds of joints
But
popping.
Just real
Yeah.
fast. Just
Yeah. There's a lot of joints cracking all at
I
once.
don't
Yeah.
think that changeling as well. It sounds very different from how Pedor's transformation is always described, and I'm like, I think they might have a clinical disease, actually.
Maybe, but at the same time, Pedor's takes a lot longer. It's a slower process.
That's true.
This one's almost instant. So
haters just taking their time.
yeah, and Pedor was also never really trained. So
You're like Duplica's Ditto.
Yeah, I know they can't change their fucking hair color, but fuck you.
yeah,
They don't know how. It never made sense to them.
Also, for anyone watching, remember, Duplica's Ditto is the only one that keeps the fucking eyes.
It's true.
yeah.
Yep.
All the fan art of Dittos are wrong.
All the
Yes.
official fucking Ditto plushies are wrong. What are you
It's
talking
true.
about?
Completely
It's
wrong.
true.
Yeah.
It's
too.
only Duplica's.
Only Duplicas. Yeah, you're right.
God damn it.
Still mad about it years later.
Still mad about it.
I
We'll
am.
die mad about it. Yeah, that's where we're gonna be. I get it. Yeah. So did you guys enjoy the sights and descriptions of such a place, or did you find it entirely too crass?
Perfect. No notes. I was having a discussion during one of the breaks that in my head, this is an operation that doesn't have just one portal of entry. There's multiple tents
Oh.
strewn about, and it is a place that is an actual physical place, but you're basically going through and teleporting there. They just happen to have a large tent.
Sounds like the softest sheath.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, for a moment I was like, is this the softest the softest
But then I was like, the
sheath?
aesthetic is all wrong.
It's all wrong.
Yeah.
It's called something else, so it can't be the
Yeah.
softest sheath.
It is.
Fuck you for
their
naming it that.
competitor. You're welcome.
Oh.
Very exciting.
By the way, it's their competitor. Yeah.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Every business needs a competitor. This is the Pepsi to the
I was about to
softest
say.
Coca-Cola.
Duopoly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But you are almost correct. They do not have multiple linkages. They have one linkage at a time. So
Okay.
they basically appear at these kinds of like festival nights and things like that.
Whereas
So any
Gotcha.
particular place that caters to that kind of folk, that's where they appear.
Whereas the softest sheath has 4 doors specifically, I believe, that go
Roughly,
to different locations.
it changes, but yeah, that's usually the case. Is they'll have about 4 different entrances.
Okay.
So it's a similar idea where they have like a linked teleport gates to get into them. Yep. And its actual location is a closely guarded secret.
Don't tell anyone.
Yep.
It's a secret.
Whereas
Secret tunnel.
the Midnight Airy is potentially in a demiplane and is not actually on Adrian.
Yeah.
I'm
Makes
glad
sense.
they can have business now
Mm.
in the past 40 years.
Yeah. I mean, the business is definitely younger than 40 years.
Mhm.
Whereas the softest sheath has potentially been around for centuries. So it's the young upstart.
We'll see how far it goes.
Yeah, who knows?
You do.
Maybe Bastion can give them enough business for them to be
You
a
could be
real
the next
competitor.
Biff to where you get thrown out of it.
Well, Bastion's, he missed his opportunity. It's going to be too late. So now he's got, I believe, a verbal promise that he's going to have it made up to him
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
by Louis.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
And we were all there to witness that.
Yeah,
That
like
was
what do you have in mind?
I was just hoping he'd forget.
Oh wow!
It's like
This
mine
is
like
not
a
the kind of
steel
thing that
trap, that
Bastion's
one.
ever gonna forget about.
No.
Kenny, you cannot call a man. You cannot say my Bastion and then the next day say I want to make it up to you and expect a Bastion to forget that kind of thing.
When did I say I'm my Bastion?
Oh, Xander didn't remind Louis that Louis had said that, but Xander remembered that Louis said that.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, when
While
did
you
I
were
say
drunk.
that? Oh
You don't. That doesn't sound like my Bastion.
no! Oh no!
Mm.
Ah!
Shane remembers.
Oh, whoops.
Good times.
Great America.
Papa John's.
Papa John's.
When Louis was like, "I'll make it up to you," without being more specific than that to Bastion, I was like, getting a name tattooed on my ass and leaving it incomplete was the less stupid decision of the evening.
Which now says just Tull on one of your
Tull.
ass cheeks.
That's great.
Also, man, I wish that we had walked up and seen you just getting a tattoo on your ass. Because
Oh yeah,
Louis would have lost it.
I know. It would've been
Are
great.
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
We're looking
What, are we
for
getting
a missing
information?
woman, and you're getting a tattoo?
But he did get information. That's the best part. He would have come by and he would have been like, "Oh yeah, we're supposed to go over here. Blue and white tent." Already told me.
He said dark tent.
Well, they said they saw the guy in the
By
in
a
that
dark
area.
tent.
Oh, by
Yeah.
a dark tent. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
I guess that's why I asked if the dark tent referred to the area and said something about it being the case.
He
said it was in that
the
direction.
direction.
Because
Oh.
Yeah.
they were saying that they were going past the area and they saw it sometimes, and then they also didn't see it sometimes, which didn't really make sense with the area. But
Mhm.
we ended up there anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was still helpful.
Yeah, it was.
I don't
Yeah, so
like
you guys
seeing this.
had a conversation with, let me make sure I get my NPC names correct. You had a conversation with, the first one was Nisa, who you guys did not get the name of, but that was the Fel that initially greeted Stavik when he entered. She passed Stavik over to Lyra, the Changeling, and then they passed you all over to Seraphine, who was the proprietress. So after having a nice long conversation with Seraphine, you guys figured that the thing that you were looking for was in fact some kind of flesh market, and needed to find the recruiters or the street level guys that basically pull the audience for bidders for the night auction. So you did. At that point, you split up. You went into different directions. We got some diplomacy checks. You found your way.
Before
Go
we
ahead.
got to that part, I
Yes.
did want to say that I find it interesting that so far in the campaign, both times that Stavik has had an interaction with someone in sex work, it has been strange misunderstandings and them trying to understand exactly what he's trying to say, and then being like, "So is this is this a sexual thing?" And Stavik being like, "Huh? Oh, no. This is all misunderstanding, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Also,
It's
the
very
fact
fun.
that we got to see Stavik leave a room with a naked Husa impersonator.
Who's
Yeah.
And we haven't unpacked that yet. Like, Valentina's gonna remember this and be like, "Yeah, so we understand that wasn't the real Husa. There is still a lot of explaining that needs done."
Yeah.
Why was
Oh.
she naked?
Well, Valentina's gonna be like, "Val or Stavik, you could just give her what she fucking wants. If you're gonna, why cheat on her with herself?" What's the point?
not the answer I would give. Well, maybe I just need to practice first. I don't want to go in on
She's missing.
blind.
Stop it.
That's the
Is this how you mourn? You're like one of those kind of husbands?
Yikes.
Rusa prefers the term mate, actually.
Right.
So yeah, so at after that whole sequence, you spoke with Seraphine, and then you were told about the recruiters, and then you went out from there and searched around, found the recruiters, and got yourselves the black spots on your palms that allowed you entry into the auction. And then from there, you found your way into a place that, it certainly seems interesting. There's an anonymity spell on the place, which is blurring everyone's face. And there's also some sort of peace bond spell that is locking everyone's weapons away.
So I did have a question upon that.
Yeah.
So you specifically stated that the peace spell went on his sword.
Yeah, his weapons.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
On his...
It went on.
Okay.
It went on your weapons and that, so you can still like punch somebody, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your hands.
All
and
your
stuff are fine,
weapons.
but all your weapons. I wouldn't try to semantics your DM. I will say
Yeah.
that is always a bad proposition.
Yeah.
Because if you win
Okay.
one semantic argument, what you're saying to your DM is that semantic arguments are now valid, and any mistakes you make, you'll be crushed for.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So my thought
So-
then would be, if you say my weapons, to me, I think that's the pointy things and the things that could that are designed to hurt. And if I were to take my shield and beat some of them, that's an improvised weapon. But
you could do that. Yeah.
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 Very
that's
cool.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can do that. Like it's not. There's nothing to like you can hit somebody with a shield. Like it's You don't have to unsheath it or something. Like it's not.
Okay.
It doesn't prevent you from holding it. But if you try to say pull your sword, then there's some rolls you got to make. But we'll get to those next time potentially. But yeah. So anyway, there's this anonymity field about the place. You can't see who anyone is, except for the person at the far end of the room, who I don't know if I read their exact description yet, but I will next time if I didn't. Yeah, I did not. So I'll read their particular description next time, and then you get to see the room. And like a fool, I skipped the final paragraph that I wrote of the description that ended the session that would have ended the session on a better cliffhanger. So I'm going to read that now.
Why?
So those of you, why? Because I want to reward the people that are watching, and I want you guys to know.
Okay.
So that's why. So I will read the second to last paragraph and then the last paragraph. So what I'm going to read, you guys have already heard mostly.
Okay.
Hey, Than says yay.
See?
That's why I'm doing it. That's why I do this. All right.
This is all for you, Than.
This is all for you, buddy.
Thank
All
you
right.
for sticking with us.
So, standing under a spotlight of sickly pale magical light, this person works the crowd with a serpent's charm. His voice is slick, practiced melody that rises above the murmur of whispered bids and the soft rustle of coin purses. He gestures grandly, drawing attention to each lot as they are dragged or paraded onto the center of the area, flesh treated like currency. The crowd is a patchwork of veiled nobles, masked merchants, and shadowy cloaked figures, their expressions hidden behind blurs. Behind the spectacle, an unsettling stillness lingers in the cages where despair festers quietly. Yet, in one, faintly glowing silvery white eyes pierce through the gloom, a stark contrast against ashen skin and dark tangled hair. A serpentes, an echo of a bygone age, sits coiled with quiet fury, her forearms shackled and bound in enchanted chains, but her gaze burning with the kind of defiance that no lock can cage. And that's what I should have ended on. So, there you go.
Shit. Fuck you, Xeno! Stop smiling, you hoe!
I'm just happy. I'm just
Yeah,
happy to be here.
fucking
you know?
know you're happy. I hope you get nothing! You deserve nothing! You whore!
You think I can get that for 3,000?
Fuck you!
You're welcome to
Definitely
bid,
not.
buddy. You guys are at an auction after all. You're welcome to bid.
Oh, you
I mean, 'cause at this
skank.
You have to think about it. Like, you can't access your weapons. You might not be able to access your spells. It's probably suicide to try to fight these people barehanded.
Yeah.
Your only option to get Husa out of here, if Husa's even here at all,
Yeah, we don't know.
is
We
to
just
bid
get-
her out of here, is to buy her out of this place.
We just get
But-
back to the tavern, and she's like, "Where have you been?"
I just took a walk. What do you
I
want?
just had to shit.
I
you
need a
guys. You
I'm
freaked
gonna
out
be
over
so
nothing.
mad.
Yeah,
That's what
that'd
the
be
claws
awful,
are
right?
for.
Yeah, she does to do like she has to put it over like hitting the claw marks.
Like a cat. Fucking cat.
God damn it.
God damn it.
So yeah,
We solved a riddle.
yeah, you guys might be able to buy her out of there if she's there at all. Otherwise, you might, if you want these people to be free, you might have to buy them to get them out. So we'll see what happens. But yeah,
Ma-
you guys,
Am I an isekai character?
maybe you're all
just
isekai
gotta
characters.
This is
Get
the
hit
first-
by Truck-kun.
That's right.
I mean, all these people could get hit by a truck. It would be nice.
Agreed.
See if it sends them to another world. Look,
Yeah.
you're going to a better place.
Also,
Right.
the people graphics on here freak me the fuck out.
I
they're
was gonna
so
wait till
funny how they're
after
all
the
just
episode,
fucking
but
loud
yeah.
out, just so
Oh yeah, I think so. So this is from a map making software called Dungeon Draft. I recognize it because I have the program.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there
those are
aren't.
meant to be like corpses. But...
They're meant to be corpses. Yeah.
It's either
Yeah.
that or dancing people. I couldn't tell exactly.
I thought
was
they were
like,
dancing.
"Why are you
Like-
Oh, they
dancing?"
look like puppets.
Yeah,
It's like
they're meant to be.
so
They're meant to be
relaxed.
like corpses splayed out on the ground, but like
Yeah.
they're obviously in this
Fine,
case just meant to be audience members of the auction. So
Yeah.
it's the best that I could do. I apologize.
I'll
I-
have
I didn't
the
wanna just put
snake
the-
or whatever that is. Yeah,
Say what?
And then they're just lounging out, just like, oh, that snake. I'll bid. What
Oh,
do we got?
Yeah.
I need a new belt. I'll take the snake.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so you guys can deal with the auction next time and try to figure out your best plan of action to potentially save Husa. Again, if she's even there. So we'll see what happens, but you guys at least found your way into the heart of some kind of darkness.
Does anyone have any extra thoughts or things that we didn't really talk about from the episode?
Fantastic episode all around.
I was happy.
I think
with it.
it's
That was a great session.
interesting that all of Louis' butterflies are moths right now.
He hasn't slept in a while. He
Yeah.
needs a nap.
Maybe he'll get one.
I hope he gets a nice, safe nap.
You know, I think Xander and Louis need a good nap.
Yup.
Why'd you say it like that? Why are you so creepy? You're creepy. No one likes you.
I mean, I think Louis is gonna have a nap sometime soon. I think you'll be hard pressed to find Xander napping anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah.
But hey, who wants to see if we got any bangos?
I do.
I do.
Yes.
All right.
Bingo bango bongo.
So we may have gotten a bingo, potentially.
Yes.
What do you
Mhm.
think?
So I accidentally forgot to finish the sentence for one of them.
I was
going
gonna
to
say I didn't know what that meant, so I was gonna
So-
ask you.
so that
Zulin
was supposed to
says
say-
something morally.
morally good / not irredeemable.
Okay. I think that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
because
definitely
he was talking
happened.
about how badly he felt about Husa and how
Yeah,
it was
how he
really weighing on
genuinely
him.
was.
Well,
Whether or not
that
he meant
is-
it. But he
then
said
that is
something.
that is one bingo.
What was the rest of it?
So that is Husa is not okay. NPC flirtation happens. It's getting hot in here. Zulin says something morally good / not irredeemable, and you're not allowed to sell people.
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Yeah,
Louis
4
approved.
exclamation marks. So
Yes.
that is a bingo. Did we get any additional bingos?
So, technically, no. Not unless you very generously interpret new monster type scene, and the monster type is people selling flesh.
As the monster is traffickers.
Is the people, yes.
I agree with
I
that.
mean,
That's new.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Not for me.
I mean,
Look at all the people. They're stretching all around the ring.
yeah.
Okay, the audience can't see it, so
yeah, that's not on the screen. So, probably I'm gonna
Just the
say
one.
no on that one. So,
Mhm.
and I mean, new monster type. I don't think I would consider a changeling or a serpentes monsters.
or
so-
new.
Or well, yeah. I mean, new in this campaign
yeah.
certainly, but that's
For sure.
also stretching the definition. So I'm gonna say that's too. I've stretched too far, so I'm gonna say that doesn't count.
Sounds good.
I
We've seen
think
Fel
that's
before.
the only one we hit.
Oh, we have.
Just
Okay.
that one.
So in that
They're not
case, I will go
monsters.
through. I will go through and add a hero point to all characters.
You say that, but the elves keep telling me.
What do the elves keep telling you about the fell?
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No,
the
he said
changelings.
fell.
Ah.
Who said fell were monsters?
Screwy.
That was me.
Screwy.
Yeah.
Why would you say the fell are monsters?
Remember
I-
that
Because
special
Wallace
with
is
Pringle at the table?
Pringle's not a monster.
Team Petravian.
Pringle's not the only
Why would Petravian choke Pringle if she wasn't a monster?
Wow. Wow.
Look, I was
I'm
just
just
trying to
saying.
help my friends just like you're trying to help your friends, and I don't understand why, like, even though we have opposed, like, viewpoints, that makes me a terrible person when I'm just trying to help my friends.
Oh, did you?
Some of you
did
guys
talk
are-
to the demon. Or-
Banking a hell of a lot of hero points now.
I have
Yeah,
to save
someone
them.
is me.
Oh, I'm not even talking about Louis.
I know.
Like,
Well, how is Bastion's like 50,000? You're never gonna use them because you just fudge your rolls.
ow. I don't fudge Bastion's rolls.
Mm-hmm.
No, Bastion's sitting at 14.
Old person.
Oh, he's
Fuck.
beating me.
Well, yeah, because he's never used one.
Yeah.
So he basically is. He's kind of here as the representation of how many I've given out total. So he's sitting at 14, with Xander in second place with 12.
Mine
So-
goes down because I use them on other people.
Yeah, you're generous with them. But yeah, we had, I believe it was Stavik was at 0 and is now back to 1. So Stavik, you again have a hero point, buddy.
Woo!
How many do
0
I
to
have?
0.
5?
Louis, you have 5 now. After I just gave you one there. So so there you go. So you all at least now have 1 hero point. Some much more than 1 hero point. But yeah. So good job on the bangos. Good job finding your way to the night auction. And I guess we'll see what happens to this horrible place and these human traffickers, or human and non-human traffickers.
Hey, yo, fuck that one guy who talked to Louis. Needing like one specific
Oh,
word
yeah, that
while
was the
like
thing I was talking
super
about. I
chill
don't
with
know.
everyone else.
No, I think he was fine with Louis. Louis asked him. Louis' questions.
I just didn't
Would've-
know what to say at some point. I was like, I don't know what
Okay.
actually you want, like in this like weird
Lily, yeah, it's
verbal
like,
prompt. I don't know what you want from me
Yeah.
anymore.
I mean, that happens. We have to deal with it sometimes, and we get called out on it too.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Louis might as well have ended his questioning with "I'm not a cop," and it would have gotten off the same vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, but so did he. He
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
you literally have to say human trafficking ring.
yeah.
I like it, like just because
Like, what the
Louis was
fuck?
being really smart and he was being like something that hasn't happened in this country for 100 years, and the guy was like, I literally don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
you know, I got what Louis was trying to say, but
I got what Louis was
yeah.
trying to say, but I was like, well, like, it's just like, do you have any cocaine? Heroin. I'm not busting. I'm not busting anybody.
It was just very, very frustrating to be in the moment and then like go to the next person where it's like, oh yeah, here's this. And it's like, fuck you.
Because they said the magic word.
Because they learned it after me.
I learned it from watching you.
I mean, also part of it is imagine Louis walking like uncomfortable all alone. Does not give vibes of would participate in this. Whereas I feel like Xander
I was
walking
just
with
like
these like
hoping
people...
he'd get kidnapped, honestly.
I know. I was actually expecting
I could
him to
tell.
say
Oh my
something.
god.
He was like,
How
the
much
easiest way to get to Husa's if I get kidnapped.
How much more complicated did you want to make this? Where it's like you're suddenly one of the
Right.
people in the cages.
Louis' thought process was just, how is fastest way to get to person?
I'm surprised Zoolin wasn't just given a free one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't walk in and someone was like, oh, hey, you forgot this. Boop.
I was like, hey, Zulin, welcome back, buddy.
Right.
There's our best customer.
Throw people down the well again.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
you.
That's our Zulin.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right. Well, I think that about covers everything for tonight. So, if anyone else has any final thoughts or closing thoughts, share them now.
Yeah, there's a person on the left-hand corner. I don't know who it is. I don't have a name.
Yeah,
He's
I saw
peeking
that
out.
person too.
Who?
I don't know. Just don't have a name.
Oh, that was the guard that was scanning your hands.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her name's
Got it.
Leona.
Leona.
Leona. But none of you asked.
Good. She's a fucking piece of shit.
She is a piece of shit. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. These are all.
And those by the
garbage
way, were
individuals.
actual town guards, like uniformed town guards.
Yep.
like maybe a
ACAB.
handful of individuals in this
ACAB.
entire place is not working it, but of a handful of the people who are in the stands, maybe they're in there trying to free their friend or buy their friend to get them out. Like
No.
we're trying to save our
Potentially.
friend, but
could be.
Potentially.
Yeah, let's bank on that. That sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
no,
could be
not
the
bank
case.
on that. I'm
There's
just
a lot
saying
of friend savers out here.
Yeah. I'm sure
just
there's
say-
a lot of
Wow.
fine and upstanding people in
Serpente's
this
had a
Nazi
lot
rally.
of friends that all really want her out.
I
Once the
didn't
fighting
say-
starts, we'll find out just who
That-
is trying to get their friends out of the cages.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But that'll be in a week from now. So
Well, until then,
Yeah.
everyone, thank you so much for rolling with us, and we'll see you then. Good night, everyone.
Peace
good night.
out.